Hey, what's up everyone? Today, I've got something close to my heart to talk about. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. If you grew up with the Tony Hawk games like I did, you know they're more than just games. They're a vibe, a time capsule of skateboarding's golden era. And for me, the Underground series hands down takes the top spot. Thug 1 and Thug 2 especially are my absolute favorites in the franchise. So today, I'm diving into why I'd need to see these classics remastered, especially after all the hype and heartbreak we've been through with the Tony Hawk remasters lately. Stick around because we've got a lot to unpack, a big hurdle to discuss, and some hopes to keep alive. Okay, real talk. I grew up with the Tony Hawk series. From grinding rails on Pro Skater to pulling off insane stunts in the later games, it was my childhood. But when Tony Hawk's Underground dropped, man, that was next level. Thug 1 gave us this gritty story-driven vibe. You're a nobody skater trying to make it big. Then Thug 2 came in with that wild, chaotic energy, skateboarding meets jackass style stunts. It was peak 2000s, and I was obsessed. Thug 2 is still my favorite in the whole series. The soundtrack, the humor, the freedom, it was everything I loved about gaming back then. So when Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 got remastered a couple of years ago, I was hyped. Playing these arcade-style skate gems again felt so good. It was like stepping back into the golden era. Us fans were buzzing, wondering, what's next? After 1 and 2 dropped, the rumor mill went wild. People were whispering about Pro Skater 3 and 4 getting the remastered treatment, and we were all on edge waiting for news. But then, bam! Word came out that those plans got cancelled. Fans were crushed, myself included. I mean, we just gotten a taste of that sweet nostalgia with 1 and 2. My heart was already set on Underground 1 and 2 being next. But then time passed and something big happened. Xbox acquired Activision. Suddenly, there was hope again. And guess what? Last week, we got the announcement we'd been praying for. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 is officially being remastered, dropping in July. The hype is unreal right now. But they did say they're cutting some stuff from Pro Skater 4, like most of the NPC interaction missions, and adding in some more of the 2-minute stuff, which I'm kind of okay with. It's not perfect, but I'll take it. So now we've got 1 and 2 in the bag, 3 and 4 on the way. What's after that? My prayers are going up for Underground 1 and 2 to finally get its moment. But here's where things get tricky. And this might be one big problem standing in the way of an Underground remaster.
Hello, butt nuggets.
It's Bam Margera. Look, Bam was a huge part of Thug 2. He's basically a main character in the story. But when Thug 2 came out, Jackass and skateboarding were at their absolute peak. Bam was everywhere, and he brought that wild energy to the game. But today, things are a lot different. I hear his appearance fees are sky high, and that could be a massive hurdle for the developers. But I really hope they can work it out, because leaving Bam out of Thug 2 would feel so wrong. They probably won't even be able to make the game. It'd be like remaking Star Wars without Darth Vader. And honestly, it's sad to think about how skateboarding's faded from the spotlight since those days. I barely hear about the sport anymore, which makes me want these games to come back even more. They're a piece of that era that we can't let fade away. Plus, there's so many new people that can discover this sport and this gaming franchise that has never played it before. So here's where I'm at. I'm dreaming of Underground 1 and 2 getting remastered, brought back in most of their original glory. My other only worry besides the BAM situation is that 3 and 4 releasing day 1 on Game Pass might cut into profits. If it doesn't make enough money, will Activision greenlight Underground? That's the fear. But for now, I'm staying optimistic. We've got 3 and 4 coming in July, and I'm pumped to enjoy that. After that, I'm sending all my prayers to the skate gods that Underground 1 and 2 get the remake treatment they deserve. Imagine it. Updated graphics, those killer soundtracks, and that raw rebellious vibe. All back in our hands. It'd be a dream come true for me. But alright, that's my rant. Or I mean, my passionate plea for Tony Hawk's Underground to get remastered. What do you think? Are you hyped for 3 and 4? Do you want Thug 1 and 2 back too? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. Let's keep the skateboarding love alive. Until next time, keep grinding.